Check this out. Ooh, that's nice. So I mentioned in a previous video that I was going to be picking up another project. Well, at that point it was kind of hopeful. I was picking up another project, but it was going to be a bit of a to-do. So my friend's had this car that I've wanted, and it's been on jack stands in his garage for more than 10 years. And I've been kind of routinely hassling him about it and saying, hey, when are you going to let me get a crack at it? When are you going to give it up? You know, just kind of let me take that off your hands. And then last week he called me and said, come get it. Just get up here. Come get this out of my way. I need the room more than I need the car. And so I immediately grabbed my trailer and bombed to Pittsburgh, which is 19 hours. It took me about 21 because I have to sleep through dawn, or 23, I think. Pretty short. I usually stop and sleep through the dawn and stop for fuel and all that sort of stuff. But when we got there, it was pretty buried. So here we go. It's in quite a shape. Jason in the picture. At least it wasn't as...
Whoa. That may have saved that interior. As gross as it is.
I mean, it's pretty gross.
Yeah. Seriously though, vinegar, spray it.
Yeah. I mean, I just... The surface mold...
Fucking gross.
Isn't the problem. It's the stuff that gets into the sound, the wool sound deadening and stuff, and in under the carpet padding and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's pretty much gonna.
Yeah, it's coming out.
The whole interior is coming out. The whole exterior is pretty much already out. The trunk is chunky. The engine's out. I mean, really, we're ahead of the game, Jimmy. Like,
there's no rust.
There's no rust. I mean, we haven't. I don't know. I wasn't expecting mold either.
There's birds on the side of the house.
There's birds on over there. That's good.
In my house.
House birds.
Oh, yeah, this is,
that's still parts. That's still parts. That's all parts. That's a roll bar. That stuff back there, also parts. This is the back of my truck, filled with parts. There's even some transmissions and stuff up in here. Like multiple. I am multitudes.
Some brake rotors?
No.
They are free.
This thing is filthy. Hop out, baby.
I can breathe. Are you still recording?
Oh yeah. That's how this works.
It smells like moldy cheese.
That's because you're eating string cheese. Look, there's literally a string cheese wrapper right here. You were just smelling your breath. Everything else, this is perfectly fine and normal.
No, it's not!
It is. It smells like a foot, which is how an RX7 should smell. At least in my experience. Oh yeah, this is a fine vintage. So, I believe it's been 14 years since this thing has run in any real way, and it's been on jack stands for like the last 10 or 12 of them. So this should be fun. So dirty. All right, well, being in a barn for, well, a shop, a garage forever, still does damage on these things. As you can see, there's plenty of door dings and bonks and paint scrapes, and there's some rust spots, and there's a pretty gnarly, oh, see if I can get in here. You can see it. Somebody chose the wrong jack point, and that's unfortunate. But there's not really, I don't know that I would say there's a straight panel on the car, but nothing terrible. Just gonna have to learn some paintless dent repair and bang some stuff out. There's a little bit of rust, but nothing too bad so far. I mean, I already dragged it all the way down to Texas, so now I'll figure out what kind of trouble I'm in. The other part of being in a damp Northeast garage for years is a nice film of basically mold all over the entire interior. And so that'll all have to be taken out, and the carpets will have to be treated and cleaned, and see if we can get the seats cleaned, but usually you can't. But it's not awful, but it's, you know, it's getting that mildewy smell out of there is gonna be fun. So I'm starting to detail this thing out a little bit. Just scrubbing moss off everywhere. There's moss on this place. It's like sticky now, so that's gonna have to be like repainted or something. Check this out. Ooh, that's nice. All right, well, I managed to get the outside clean enough that I'm not getting dirty just by touching it, and I managed to get most of the mold and moss visible out of the inside, but that's going to have to be completely disassembled to be cleaned. I cleaned out the horrible mouse nest in that glove box reeks, and there's a pretty strong smell of urine and mold in the entire interior of the car. The seats smell really strongly. I don't know if I'll be able to shampoo those good enough, but the carpet I should be able to clean out. Got the car into the shop, started to look at it. It's going to have to go to body work for a few of the boo-boos. Some of the lighter stuff we'll be able to take out with some paintless dent repair. But more importantly, as you can see, it has no engine. That's not abnormal for RX7s. It's kind of par for the course, especially for picking up these kind of projects. I have a known bad keg over here, just on a camera site, that has a pushed coolant seal that I'm going to try and set in here and see what all parts I'm missing before I put the whole thing together. The chicks, I have chicks over in the corner, and my talking is making them go crazy. I don't really know why. So I'm going to try and get that all in and see what I'm missing, and that'll be the next episode. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm filming over here. Be quiet. Shush.